Is the 2024 film Die Alone brilliantly bleak?
Or brutally boring? Find out next on the cutting room floor. What's up, misfits and metalheads, and welcome to another episode of the cutting room floor. We are from the band Cut Like This. I am Thorn Black.
I'm Rose Blood.
And today we are talking about 2024 Die Alone, starring Carrie-Ann Moss. That's right, that one from The Matrix. Currently streaming on Amazon Prime. But first, don't forget, we have music right here. YouTube, Spotify, Bandcamp, all over the place. Hook up, band up. Rose, why don't we get into this, and why don't you tell them a little bit about this one?
Well, I would describe this film as it starts off in a desolate town. At the end of the world. There's been a viral outbreak. We know a little bit about what that is like, with these monsters basically that are, kind of zombies, kind of plants, kind of Last of Us-y. But don't let that stop you.
It's like a plant, like zombie-ish kind of outbreak, infestation, kind of.
Don't let that stop you from watching this. This is not a ripoff of Last of Us.
Oh, it's nothing like Last of Us.
It's nothing like Last of Us, even though from the sound of it, you kind of would think about that.
That's literally like the only kind of similarity, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's not like The Last of Us.
It's not like that at all.
It's its own thing.
It focuses on the main character, Ethan, and he is searching. Basically it asks, what's the nature of humanity and what would you do for love? Because he has lost somebody that he loves. He's lost his girlfriend, Emma, and he is trying to find her. But it's made a little bit difficult because he has lost his memory. It comes back in like little flashbacks, but it keeps like blipping out. And that makes it really difficult. And, just imagine it would be difficult enough to fight hybrid plant zombies in general.
Right.
Hybrid plant zombies that can't die in general, then are difficult to kill, whatever. And
how far?
To fight against something like that, and you don't have memory either, so it's almost impossible to survive, really. So but he's determined to find Emma, and it's really following his story. And he comes across a rugged survivalist named May, who is played by none other than Carrie-Ann Moss. Holy crap! And
I was like, who would they get for this movie? Oh,
yes,
I'm paying attention.
She was definitely chosen for very specific reasons that you'll see as you go on. It's like they were smart to choose her because she's an incredible actress.
Yeah, she's a great actor.
And I mean,
she really played her role.
She does a great job in this film. It's really just nice. I'm always excited to see her. I just, like, as soon as I see her face, I'm like, oh yes, I am watching this.
I agree.
This was directed and written by Lowell Dean. He is a Canadian director. He is known for a horror comedy called Wolf Cop. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
It was very silly. This is much more serious.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is way more serious. That was a horror comedy, and it's very, it's meant to be schlocky. This is not a comedy. This is a very serious film. This has very deep themes. This is very much like revolves around the people that are in it. And it takes some strong actors to pull some of this stuff off. Ethan is played by Douglas Smith. You might recognize him from Terminator Genesis. He was also in that movie Ouija. Remember that movie Ouija? That movie was messed up. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that. And he was also in the horribly named The Bye Bye Man. Okay, I always say it like that because it's such a ridiculous name.
But also, that's how he says it in the movie.
And it is how he says it in the movie.
The Bye Bye Man. I was like,
I hated that name so much.
It's just the name. It's not even a movie. It's literally just the name of the guy. But anyway, getting back to the zombie.
But he was in it. We've also got Emma is played by Kimberly Sue Murray. You might recognize, she's been in a lot of stuff actually. In her, in the flashbacks when you're seeing her, she was in The Boys. She was in that show V Wars. She was in Shadowhunters. She's in a lot of stuff. She's in a lot of stuff. She's been on a lot of TV shows and she's been in a lot of films. So she's got quite the track record behind her. And she does a good job. She's the, she doesn't. You'll see. I don't want to give too much away.
No spoilers.
But yeah, this is a very interesting story, and we've got as one of the antagonists is none other than stuntman turned actor Frank Grillo. What? These guys.
I like Frank Grillo.
I love Frank Grillo.
I'm glad that Frank Grillo is finding
him.
a place in movies, like actually acting and being in front of the camera.
Exactly.
And not just doing stunts. I like that guy.
I do. I like him a lot. And he plays a good part. He plays a very serious part in this film. And I think that he's appropriate for what he plays a very deeply religious man. And he's just there with his family trying to survive in the apocalypse, basically. So yeah, I'm always about these post-apocalyptic films. These things just do it for me. And I think that that you guys will be pleasantly surprised. If you want more of a mystery vibe, a kind of slow burn, I don't know if I would consider it a slow burn.
It's not a super slow burn. It's just it's just good pacing and storytelling. It's like they have to set up everything in a certain way because there's some twists and turns that come, and it's just, to me, it's worth it. It's not too slow to get into. Sometimes a slow burn, I can be like, I'm a little bored.
Like
I need a shiny bell in front of me.
It's not like
it might be slightly slower, but like it's not bad. It's like it's done very well. I like the way they lay the story out because I'm wondering and I'm guessing too, and there's some twists and turns in this one that I was not expecting. I also like the different take on their type of end of world zombie virus outbreak because again, it's not typical zombies. It's like they think it's like Mother Nature reclaiming Earth, which is why it's
they call them the reclaimed.
Yes, and it's like you'll see, it's like kind of plant zombie-ish, but again, not really like Last of Us. It's its own thing. It's really cool. I like a different take on things, but also when you don't take something too far out of the way, like having vampires in the sunlight, I'm like, I can't get with that though. Unless you give me a really good reason and make a big deal about it, vampires shouldn't be in the sunlight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like they kept their zombie stuff. It just works for me. It kept me guessing.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think that it's really well paced. I think that, you're trying to figure out the mystery of what happened to this dude, at the same time that he's trying to figure it out. And he's in a very vulnerable situation. He's always just confused and scared, basically, and Carrie-Ann Moss is just like, yo, I'm gonna help you out. You know what I mean? Like, I could help you out, bro. Like, but it's like she's having to deal with him being paranoid because he can't remember stuff and, having to re-explain things. And you'll see, it takes you to places. If you want something where you can think a little bit more and it's not just mindless action and stuff, this is the right film for you. I think that that's something to keep in mind. So, with all of that being said, we rate our films via chainsaw, with 5 chainsaws being the most high-tech, beautiful chainsaw you've ever seen. It slices, it dices, it takes zombies' heads off.
That's slice-o-matic.
Yes, exactly.
And
one chainsaw being not even as effective as a can opener, okay? So
I don't know if I could trim my hedges with that one,
Yeah, you can't even trim no hedges with it. It's just sad.
Get the plant reference? You get the plant?
I get it. Okay. So, with all of that being said, Thorn Black, how would you rate this film, Die Alone?
Die Alone. I'm going to give Die Alone a whopping 4 out of 5.
All right.
I like this one. I love Carrie-Ann Moss. I love Frank Grillo. I like I forget the other main guy.
Douglas Smith.
Yes, Douglas Smith. Douglas Smith does a great job. I'm frustrated at him sometimes, but I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, he's frustrated with himself too.
And I like how they laid the story, and I didn't see some of the twists and turns coming, and I enjoyed that very much. It's very well acted. It's a good story, and when they do show some of the zombies and some of that other stuff, it looks really good. So they did a great job with the practical effects. I don't think that was CG on most of the zombies.
I think it's a lot of practical stuff.
I think it's a lot of and it looks really good. So I'm into it. It's a really solid story, solid movie. I think you'll enjoy it. Rose, what are you going to give this one?
I'm going to give this one 4 chainsaws also, and let me tell you why. I think that it's not a it's what sometimes when it comes to like zombie stuff, end of the world stuff, whatever, it'll just be like this big action fest and there's nothing to the characters. And I think that these guys wisely put their budget into having really good talent, and when you do see the monsters, which are not overused, they look good and they're scary, and they just really focused on like telling this story. It's really about Ethan and Emma, and and how far you would go for love. And you keep that in mind when you watch this. And you keep in mind who it is that's in this film, Miss Carrie-Ann Moss, because he definitely picked her for a reason, and you'll see why once you watch the film. I'm not going to give you any hints as to what it is, because I want you to just enjoy it, okay? We try to be spoiler-free, and by spoiler-free we mean we talk about stuff that's in the trailer and stuff like that without trying to give away too much of the plot points and
trailer,
everything. I think that if you want a movie where you get to like, use your noggin a little bit and like, you can actually get to care about these characters and like what the hell is happening to them, this is a great one. I think they do a lot with like, I don't think that it's got like the biggest budget ever, and it's not going to be like a crazy shoot 'em up or anything like that.
It doesn't,
but it's really about,
that's not what it's trying to be.
Yeah, I think the best zombie.
I applaud them for being what they are and being very good at it. A really solid story with really good actors and enough budget to have really good prosthetic effects when you do show stuff is about all you need, and they nail all of that.
Exactly.
So there you go. You're welcome. You have your homework for the weekend. You can come back and thank us later in the comments, that is.
Yes.
That's about all for us today. Don't forget, we are Cut Like This. We have new things on the way. We're working on getting some music out really soon, like really soon. Like, subscribe, and follow music here, YouTube, Spotify, Bandcamp. I think we're gonna wrap it up and get out of here. Till next time, we are out.